Over the past few years, I've made almost $4 million selling guided journals, planners, affirmation cards, habit trackers, basically paper products that are meant to have a positive impact on the user's life. That's why I like to call it impact stationery. And I've created products in a big range of topics from ADHD to manifestation to productivity to positive mindset and affirmations to shadow work, all sorts of different topics that have been fascinating to me over the years and areas in my life that I was able to improve on throughout the years that I could pass on to other people. I've always loved stationery products. It's been my passion since I was a child, but it took me many years to realize I can actually create products. Now I've gotten to almost $4 million worth of sales. I've sold over 150,000 units and price ranges from roughly $18 to $35. Now, this year is very special, and I get the question very often, Laura, what would you do if you did start from the beginning with the knowledge that you have now? This year, I've decided to do something what a lot of people probably think is crazy, and that is that I decided to take over 90% of the products that I have released over the last 3 to 5 years off the market, basically discontinuing them. And you might wonder, why would you do that? And the reason is because I've created a lot of these products with a knowledge from 3 to 5 years ago. And I have since evolved. I have learned a lot. There are quite a few things that I would do differently now with the knowledge that I have. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 different things that I'm going to do differently as I'm rebirthing some of my brands and some new products and creating new products. So one thing that I'm going to be doing differently this time is that I am working on creating an audience. I have not had an audience for my stationery brands. In fact, for many, I didn't really have even like a functioning website, no email list, no social media accounts. And I know in today's age, this might sound a little crazy. Like, why would you not have that? How on earth, Laura, did you get the sales? And I did that because I sell on marketplaces, especially in Amazon, also a little bit on Etsy, but really 99% Amazon. I do that by creating products that are demand driven. I had no interest in being known. I had no interest in creating a personal brand. I just wanted to create products I love, create a business that I like about it, and grow my business. Now, it has worked very well, but I still regret that I didn't have like some form of an audience capturing mechanism because I've sold to 150,000 people. That's a big audience that I have no access to. And this is something I would do differently this time. Like, I would be a lot more intentional about creating an audience, an email list, a community, and even building my personal brand alongside with building the brand of my business. Why? Well, imagine I was able to build a multi-million-dollar business, not having any of that. What I realized over, especially last year, is like how much opportunity and money I left on the table because I didn't optimize for the whole experience. Having an audience was definitely not required to achieve the results that I have achieved. But it sure would help to create even more results and something to build long term. So this is what I'm doing differently this time. I'm building an audience alongside with the business that I'm creating. The second thing that I'm doing differently to truly optimize to my potential, and instead of seeing this as a $1 million or multi-million-dollar business, I want it to be an 8-figure business. I want to be able to reach a lot more people with the products that I am currently creating. So in order to do that, I want to be thinking beyond Amazon. So far, Amazon has been my security blanket. I love selling on Amazon and I will continue selling on Amazon because of its power. But in order to really benefit and reap all the potential, I am doubling down on wholesale. So last year I've started to getting wholesale orders, basically third-party companies reaching out to me and purchasing bulk stock from me in one go. This was incredibly profitable and also very interesting to move stock quickly and have an additional stream of income. Now, I never did that intentionally. They reached out to me. Now, what I want to do differently since I'm rebirthing my own brands is that I want to intentionally reach out to wholesalers and intentionally get a lot of more deal flows happening, pitching retailers, pitching different platforms. I'm going to different fairs this year as well. So I want to make my brands known. And in order to make them even more attractive, this is why I'm building the audience piece as well. Number three of what I want to do differently, I want to have a pre-launch. So as I'm building an audience ahead of time before launching on Amazon, Amazon is going to still be my main vehicle because I'm not going to fix what's not broken. Like the Amazon bit works very, very well and has been working very well for me. And it's one part of my expertise, right? I used to work for Amazon. I understand the platform deeply, and I've had lots of success from the platform. So I'll always still use it. But one thing that I will do differently is that I'm going to start pre-launching, which means that I want to pre-sell after I get through the sampling process to have a better understanding of how many orders to order in my first order, and also to get more excitement around new launches. It goes hand in hand with the other 2 points that I've made, that I'm building an audience and I'm thinking to sell beyond Amazon. So what I'm thinking here is, so different platforms like Kickstarter and so, which I'm not sure I will use, probably I won't. I'm thinking of rather creating an email list through very simple ads on Facebook, and then from there create an offer that we send via email to pre-sell certain products. This is something that I'm thinking of doing and what I would do differently since I'm restarting. Fourth thing that I would do differently to what I've done in the past is when I'm thinking of my manufacturing and the cycle of the year of when I'm creating, when I'm launching, when I'm manufacturing products, I want to group things a lot more. So you would have noticed if you're reading my emails, you might have noticed that I'm talking a lot about product creation right now. I recently had a workshop where I've created alongside 170 other people a journal in a weekend. You can access the replays for $22. I can leave a link below. I'm currently on a creation sprint with a handful of my clients where I'm again creating a new product. In fact, right now I'm working on roughly 7 products. 6 for my own brands and 1 collaboration with a business mentor and personality in the coaching space, in the business coaching space that I am doing a collaboration with. So a lot more products that I'm creating at this time. And one of the reasons I want to do this because it's very beneficial when it comes to the manufacturing piece. When we're thinking of manufacturing, the more products you create, the better the deal, especially in combination with creating an audience, pre-selling, selling beyond Amazon, and creating batch products. I have a very good leverage when it comes to the manufacturing. Not only can I ship all the products together, I can also manufacture all the products together, which means that my cost per piece significantly goes down. My return on investment significantly goes up here. It's going to have a big long-term benefit to me. One way that I'm also pre-financing some of my stock with that, reducing the cash flow crunch that manufacturing new products can create through creating pre-sales ahead of time. I am able to fund quite a bit of my products. So let me show you all of this on paper. Okay, so I was sharing the four different things that I would do differently. And I want to touch on the last point that I made with the manufacturing group purchasing. So I'm basically bulking different products together. So I'll have 7 different products, but because I am focusing on pre-launching more, which means that even if I sell just a percentage of what I'm purchasing here, I can already pay for quite a big portion of this manufacturing piece, lowering my cash flow constraints. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing here is pre-selling at full price and offering a bonus. And that could be a digital bonus that people will then receive and purchasing at a full price. Because my manufacturing cost significantly goes down, it roughly is going to be 10 to 15% of my selling price. Selling at a full price here actually is going to be paying for quite a bit. So even at the pre-sale, if I sell, let's say 500 pieces, I am covering the cost for quite a bit here already, which lowers my cash flow, and also it gives me a good understanding of how much I can order or how much I should order as well. So as my goal is to reach 8 figures, that means getting to 10 million a year. And I don't have a specific time frame for this one here because I'm not sure how smooth and easy these bits are going to be. It might take a little bit of a compounding effect, which I deeply believe in business, where the initial period of time I'll see my efforts not bring as much results, and then suddenly it compounding. And that's when the results come. So it could be that I'll do this for like 12 months, and only after 14 months, 15 months, I'm starting to really see this. It could also be that this is a lot faster because the compounding has already been there through the time that I've been doing this. But I'm not pressuring myself on how long it's supposed to take because I know that I will be able to reach this. So these are the 4 things that I'm working on. Building an audience. This is going to be through ads mostly and organic after. But here that's the highest leverage piece. So we'll do ads first, after followed by organic. Our second piece is pitching to retail and retailers, wholesalers, and so on. So we'll do lots more pitching. This might also mean pitching media, get more media coverage, which goes hand in hand with the audience building. And I would say also brand building. I see this going hand in hand. Then we will do a lot more pre-launch, building excitement with people, them wanting to be the first ones to get it, get some bonus digital products, and from there being able to have more leverage again with the manufacturing. And I already do group purchasing, and so do my clients. So we leverage quantity of purchase by purchasing together. But there are 2 ways that you can leverage group purchasing. So one way is to purchase in a group, right? So there's like lots of different people. This is one way. A second way is to have leverage by the amount of products and quantity of products that you're purchasing. The best way of leverage is doing both together. That's when you can get the best possible prices. And that's what we do with our clients as well. We help them by offering group purchasing, and that is inside our elite sourcing collective. So if you're interested in that, I do have an application down below. We don't only help you with your manufacturing, but we also help you with the product creation, design, and all of that, guiding you through the different steps, what you have to think of, how to validate your idea, and so on, like all the steps that go before and after inside Elite Sourcing Collective. So you get the benefit of massive discounts, rates that you would otherwise not get, with manufacturers that you would otherwise not have access to, plus all the bits and pieces that are required to do all the other things. So I hope that this was helpful and beneficial to you. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, have a beautiful rest of your day.